Let's talk about some of the most bizarre, fun, and cool bands on the planet Earth. When you think of heavy metal, you usually think of angry guys dressed in black screaming about the end of the world. But in the late 90s and early 2000s, System of a Down completely flipped that script. They were heavy, of course, but they were also incredibly bizarre, theatrical, and downright fun. They mixed crushing heavy metal with their rich Armenian American roots to create a sound that nobody had ever heard before. In 2005, they released one of the most anticipated albums of the decade, Mezmerize. And right in the middle of this massive chart-topping rock record is a song that completely defies all the rules of normal music. It is called Radio Video. When you first hear it, it sounds like an absolute circus. But underneath the craziness, it is actually a beautifully written, deeply personal track. Today, we are going to review how this song pulls off its wild musical changes, explore the nostalgic meaning behind the lyrics, and uncover a very cool Easter egg about who Danny and Lisa actually are. Let's jump right in. If you try to describe the music of Radio Video to someone who has never heard it, you sound a little bit crazy. The song doesn't pick one style of music. It violently bounces between three completely different genres. Let's break down how this insane roller coaster actually works. The intro sounds relaxed, slow and bouncy, because the guitar plays ska upstroke, meaning the chords are hit on the offbeat. It feels cool and lazy. Then of course we get the polka dance. The drums suddenly speed up to a wild Eastern European riff. It makes you want to spin around in circles. It's fast, chaotic, and frantic. And the third part of the song is the heavy metal drop. The distortion pedals click on, the heavy bass drops in, and the song hits you like a traditional rock track. It's loud and aggressive as hell. The main musical genius behind this track is guitarist Daron Malakian. Daron loves to use specific musical scales that come from the Middle East and Eastern Europe. Instead of using standard rock and roll blue notes, he uses scales that make the guitar sound ancient and exotic. But here's the best musical Easter egg in the entire song: the accordion. Yes, right in the middle of a massive multi-million-dollar heavy metal album, they added an accordion. It gives the song the exact feeling of an old-school Armenian wedding party. It proves that System of a Down doesn't care about looking tough. They just want to make music that is authentic to their culture and incredibly fun to listen to. To top it all off, you have the two singers, Serj Tankian and Daron Malakian, layering their voices together. Serj has this deep, operatic booming voice, while Daron sings with a high-pitched, crazy tone. Together, they sound like two actors putting on a bizarre, high-energy stage play. Fellas, let's take a really quick timeout right here in the middle of the review. As you might have guessed, our channel is brand new. We are working hard to build a fantastic, positive community of music lovers who just want to talk about the stories and the magic behind our favorite songs. If you are having a good time and enjoying this friendly breakdown, please help us grow by smashing that like button and clicking subscribe to join the family. Alright, break time is over. Let's get back to the music and talk about the strange nostalgic lyrics of Radio Video. On the surface, the lyrics to Radio Video sound like absolute nonsense. You have grown men singing about being on the radio and screaming out random names. But when you look closer, the song is actually a deeply personal nostalgic trip back to childhood. Daron Malakian wrote the lyrics to this song, and it is entirely about the experience of growing up, leaving your hometown, and suddenly becoming famous. Let's look at the famous chorus when they say, "Hey man, look at me rocking out, I'm on the radio." At first it might sound like a show-off, but it's actually a little bit sarcastic. Daron is poking fun at the idea of fame. When you are a kid, you dream of being on TV or on the radio. Now that he has actually achieved it and is a massive rock star, he's looking back at his childhood self and saying, "Look, I actually did it." But the real heart of the song comes during the bridge, where the music slows down and they sing this beautiful, slightly sad melody when they say, "They take me away from the strangest places, sweet Danny and Lisa." For years, fans tried to figure out who Danny and Lisa were. People came up with wide theories. Some thought it was a reference to a movie, or maybe it was a metaphor for drugs or fame or whatever. But the truth is actually an amazing Easter egg. Danny and Lisa are real people. They were simply Daron Malakian's childhood friends and neighbors that he used to play with when he was a little boy. When Daron looks back at his crazy life touring the world, dealing with the stress of fame, playing for millions of people, he uses this song to remember the simple days of playing in the neighborhood with Danny and Lisa. It is incredible to think that a song played on rock radio stations all over the planet is actually just a sweet, personal inside joke to the kids he grew up with. The lyrics perfectly match the music. The upbeat polka dance riff represents the crazy, fast-paced circus of being a famous rock star. But the slower parts represent those quiet, nostalgic memories of being a kid in your backyard, just dreaming about the future. Radio Video is the perfect example of why System of a Down is a once-in-a-lifetime band. Any other group would have been terrified to put an accordion, a polka dance, and a shout out to their childhood friends on a heavy metal album. But System of a Down embraced it. They created a song that is musically brilliant, incredibly fun to listen to, and surprisingly sweet when you dig into the lyrics. It reminds us that no matter how big and famous we get, a part of us will always be that little kid, hanging out with our friends, pretending to be on the radio. What do you think of Radio Video? Does the wild tempo change make you want to dance, or is it too crazy for your music playlist? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. Remember to like, share and subscribe to help our new channel reach more rock and metal fans just like you. Keep listening to loud, weird music, stay safe out there, and I will see you in the next video.